This is Paramatma. This is the witnessing bird. And Atma, that's us, the eating bird. We are eating in this material world, and sometimes it's sweet, most of the time it's bitter. That's a fact. And in the end it will be bitter because we have to leave it all behind. So the process is to turn our face. This isn't the Upanishad, this verse about the two birds. And Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridisanivisto matta smritir jnanam upanam cha. I'm in your heart, I'm in the heart of everyone, and I give you knowledge, forgetfulness, and remembrance, according to how you desire. We can do nothing. Even the physical activities that we do, subtle and gross, thinking, feeling, willing, these are the subtle activities, and gross activities, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, moving, these all activities are done by the power of the energy of God. We don't have any energy to do that. For example, I may be able to turn the pages of this book, okay? But the power of turning the pages of these books is not within me, because if my hand becomes paralyzed, then I can't turn these pages anymore. Much as I want to, I may want to turn the page, but if the hand is paralyzed, it's paralyzed, beyond my control. Does that make sense? Okay, so who is giving me this power? It's not within my jurisdiction, because if it becomes paralyzed, I can't take care of it. So, that is the power of God. He is, according to I may desire to turn the page, and He gives me the energy to be able to do it. So sense is there, and is in control of everything that happens. The first step in spiritual life is to turn our face toward Him and say, okay, how do I make some progress? How do I make some advancement? How do I get some knowledge? That is the first step. Then automatically, He will give us knowledge. He says, that is in our heart, He's giving us knowledge, forgetfulness, matta smriti jnanam upanam cha, evam anukam paratam, aham ajnana jam tamaha nashayami atma bhavastu jnanadipena bhashvataha. Jnana Dipa means the light of knowledge. So Krishna says, sitting in your heart, out of compassion for you, with the light of knowledge, I destroy the darkness of ignorance. This is the process. Very simple process. Requires no PhD to understand. Even a child can understand this process. And this is what Krishna consciousness is all about. It's not about Hinduism. It's not about dhoti, kurta, or anything like that. It's about the internal process in the heart. Everything you see, the dhoti, the tilak, the didi, the prasadam, that is simply to help that process of change of the heart. In fact, when one becomes very, very advanced in Krishna consciousness, he doesn't need any of this. He doesn't need didi, he doesn't need a temple, he doesn't need a dhoti or a kurta. He needs nothing because he's got God in his heart. If he knows that, it's all over. That's called liberation. But until we get to that point, we require this. And we require this association. Because it's not an overnight thing. It's not that you can become God conscious overnight, but the process of purifying ourselves from the propensity to be in ignorance is very, very, it's time consuming. It takes time. It doesn't happen immediately. Because the soul is eternal. And we've been in these material bodies from time immemorial. And because of that, from time immemorial, we've become addicted to material life. And we've created so many actions or reactions. And all these actions and reactions have to be slowly, slowly purified. And this is why we require a temple, a church, or a priest, or a guru, all these things, so we can make progress. But ultimately, it's all happening right there within the heart. Now, why did I sing this song? I sing this song because I just came from India. I just spent a few weeks in India. And on my way back from India, I stopped in Dubai. I spent a week there. And I've been to Dubai many times in the past, so I have a lot of friends there, a lot of devotees. And there's no temple like this here. There's no ISKCON temple there. The devotees, they work and they meet every Friday and they have a program like this in their their homes. And the process of making advances in spiritual life is not to give up what they're doing, not to give up their work or their profession or their family situation. The process is how to bring Krishna inside their situation. In other words, there's two ways that you can start in your journey of Krishna consciousness. One way is to become a devotee in the temple, like I did, and like some of these devotees you see here, we did many years ago, I did many years ago. That's one way to do it. But the more common way is to bring Krishna into your life. Because not everybody can simply give up everything and come into the temple. It may not be practical. First of all, we have commitment to friends, to family, we have our nature, our desires. But the way to bring Krishna into a house, it is the most, it's the easiest way to advance your spiritual life. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to teach that you don't give up your particular situation, but you put Krishna in the center of it. Just like within this body. Can I give up this body? Right? Suppose I don't like this body, I want some other kind of body. Is that possible? Suppose I want to become a woman. Is that possible? Not really. Not really. Not really. I can imitate, but not really. Suppose I want to be black. Not possible. Suppose a black man wants to be white. It's not possible. The body you have, you cannot get rid of it. You have to deal with it. So similarly, from the body, there is an expansion from the body. There is your house, your job, your profession, your friends. It's very difficult to get rid of these things. It's almost impossible. Arjuna was a warrior. He was a fighter in the Bhagavad Gita. Suddenly he didn't want to fight. Then Krishna tell him, okay, doesn't matter, become a sadhu. That was his proposal to Krishna. Like, why should I fight? Why should I kill people? These are my relatives, my friends. They may be aggressive. They may be avaricious. They may want the kingdom. But it doesn't mean that I have to also have the same desires. Let them have it. Well, okay, I'm not attached. Let them be. Why should I kill them? But Krishna didn't accept that. He told him that you're a warrior. You've been trained since childhood to fight. You're a prince. You're a warrior prince. That's your job. Your family are the rulers of this kingdom. You've been cheated out of this kingdom. Without having a kingdom, you cannot fulfill your mission of life. He didn't tell him become a sadhu, go to the forest. He told him fight. But there was a condition. In other words, he told him don't give up what you're naturally inclined to do, which was to fight. Since childhood, Arjuna was a fighter. He spent all his life acquiring weapons, acquiring skills of the martial arts. That was his job. That's what he lived for. It was his nature. Kshatriyas, they have certain qualities. Tejo, Tritiya, Daksham, Juddhachapya Palayanam, Sauryam. Sauryam means they are very, they stand out in a crowd. A warrior, a Kshatriya, by nature is a leader among people. You'll see that he takes leadership. Dhriti, he is very fixed. For his leadership and for his honor, he will not be corrupted. Daksham, expert. Juddhachapya Palayanam, very courageous, doesn't run away from battle. Dhanam, very generous. Like that, the quality of a Kshatriya was very much present in the personality of Arjuna. And Krishna told him, you cannot get away from this quality even if you want to. So don't try to imitate somebody else. You fight, because that's what you have to do. But, there's a condition. Fight and remember me, Krishna said. Mad anushmara yuddha chara.